Alright, welcome back. We come here with some exceptions that we have for the articles. And do you remember that I explained to you that even though a word is female, male, singular, or plural, it will have a very particular and exclusive article before? So if we have a male word ending in O, el, female word ending in a, la, male plural word ending in os, los, and female plural ending word with as, then we say las. However, we have a lot of words that don't follow this rule. These are some of those examples. Paraguas, umbrellas, it has an ending in as, but we don't say la paraguas, we say el paraguas. So we are using a male article here despite the fact that the word is ending in as. Mapa, map. And then still we use the male article for it, masculine. El mapa. We never say la mapa. Alma, soul. So even though it has an ending in a, it should be female, but it's not. El alma. Okay, we say el alma. Now, it is really hard to explain why we do these exceptions and why we change the articles of some words even though we have the female, male, and singular and plural rule before. But I brought some rules here that I hope that they will help you clarify why we do this. So the first rule is, despite we use the word in the male, even though a word like hacha means axe, you know, like an hacha, un hacha, el hacha, axe. Even though this word is ending in a, it should be female, but we say el hacha. We treat it as a male word. Nevertheless, if we put an adjective before the word, before the actual subject, for example, pequeña, which is small, we will change the article to female one. We don't say el pequeña hacha, but we say la pequeña hacha. Now, if I say this in the opposite order, I could say hacha pequeña, then I can just say el hacha pequeña, okay? But usually when we use adjectives before the subject, in this case, we have to change the article, okay? Because originally, the word is a female word. Second example, el águila, the eagle, you know, the eagle, el águila is a big, big bird. If we say altiva is like haughtily or like kind of like arrogant. So we say la altiva águila. It'll be like the arrogant eagle. Okay, we have to change it, male to female. Arma, el arma, the weapon. Even though it's ending in a, we're going to treat it as a male, el arma. But if we have an adjective in between, the only weapon, then we have to change it to female, la única arma. Okay, that's the first rule. The second rule is, whenever a word like a subject is starting with the letter A, then we have to use the article female as well, because it's starting with A. So you can see that it starts with A and it also ends in A. A. So la alegría, the joy, we just treat it as female. La avispa, the wasp, it's a tiny, small animal that could bite you. You should be really careful of wasps. So la avispa. By the way, there is a very famous song from Juan Luis Guerra which is called Las Avispas. If you haven't heard it, I encourage you to search for it if you like merengue. It's quite famous in the Latino world. Then we have almeja, which means clam. And then we will say la almeja. La almeja. Okay, so you can see all of these words, they start with a and they finish in a. Okay, the third rule that we have is also to identify the gender of the word. Some words like estudiante or árabe, notice that they will end in e. So for a lot of people, it's really hard to like guess, like, all right, you told me that O ending words are masculine, A ending words are female, but what about E ending words? And we have a lot of words that they don't even end in O or A, or they end in like another vowel or even a consonant. So most of the time, those words will be treated as masculine words, but in this case, we want to use the articles to identify which gender the word will have. For example, árabe, as you can guess, it means Arab. If we say el árabe, that's a guy, an Arab guy. And then if we say la árabe, that's an Arab girl. Same thing happens with the word estudiante, even though it has an ending in e, we don't know the gender. If you say estudiante, you could say el estudiante, the student, meaning a male student, or you could say la estudiante, meaning a female student. So we use this article also to give a gender to some words ending in e, which have no gender. Okay? And then finally, the last rule we have is for singular and plural. As I explained to you before, hacha, the axe, we're going to treat it as a male word. We say el hacha, el hacha. El hacha pesada, the heavy axe. And by the way, when we use adjectives in Spanish, we always attach the adjective, or most of the time attach the adjective after the subject. This is quite unusual, to be honest. We don't really say la pequeña hacha. We usually say el hacha pequeña. Usually, the adjectives will be put right after the subject. Okay? So in this case over here, we are saying that the axe is heavy, so el hacha pesada. But if we make it plural, we will change the article el for las hachas pesadas. Because originally the word is a female word because it's ending in a, but because we have this exception, then we're just going to say el hacha pesada. Okay? And in the plural form, las hachas pesadas. Same thing happens with the word ala, which is like wings. You know, if you're an angel, you got wings behind. So ala, if we say it in the singular form, we will treat it as a male word, masculine. So we will say el ala blanca, the white wing. And if we make it plural, then we will have to change the article for las alas blancas, the white wings. Okay? Now, there isn't really a specific rule who explains why we treat some words female or male breaking the rule. I would like to call these words kind of like irregular words, irregular subjects, like irregular verbs. So they don't follow the rule and you just have to memorize it by heart. I can tell you, like, the more you read in Spanish, the more you speak with your friends, the more you learn Spanish and you get familiarized with the language, the more natural this will become for you, and then you will understand, oh, this is a male, this is a female, or I have to treat this word as a male or female, and you'll make less mistakes in Spanish, okay? Now I want to make a short, very short quiz for you if you want to follow me for this.